relationships, trauma, philosophy, relationships, trauma, philosophy.
Welcome to the Yellow Habibi podcast. If you are craving more adventure in life, whether to live it vicariously through us or get ideas to spark your own, this is the podcast for you. I'm Scott.
And I'm Shelby.
We are a couple exploring life, sharing the ups and downs of figuring it all out. Whether it's our travel stories, relationship goals, tough moments, or philosophical conversations, it is never a dull episode. Join us on this spinning rock we call Earth as we figure it out together. To all our new listeners, welcome. And to everyone else, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
Which is pretty much how we used to start our episode. We would just go, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome. And then
Welcome
we
indeed.
wouldn't know what to say. But before we jump in, please do punch the like button, twirl the subscribe. Oh, it's so cringe what we're going to go. Twirl subscribe like a baton dance on that one. Drop 5 stars on the podcast like a rock star and share the episode by shouting through a megaphone in a library because it's funny. But no, seriously, it really goes a long way. And do head over to TikTok to catch all the best bits from today's episode. And if you're joining us for the first time, you can go back and see all our favourite moments. So that's a quick catch up on now our 80th episode.
Well, there you go. You've got approximately 80 hours of content to go and enjoy.
Literally. And to all our new listeners, Shelby is our resident lexicographer and etymologist, also known on this podcast as the countdown legend, Susie Dent.
Yes, we do love Susie Dent.
We do.
Oh, how good would it be to get Susie Dent on the
Imagine,
podcast?
right?
That'd be sick.
I think it'd be really fun. But boy, I would feel out my depth. I feel like you'd feel her intelligence.
Yeah, I think so.
And I feel like if I mess up a question, I just won't be able to forget about it the whole episode.
Well, yeah, and you just know that, like, if you try and use an elevated vocabulary word,
Oh my goodness!
and you use it in a slightly wrong context, she'll know the correct word to have chosen in that moment.
And that is why Shelby is the Susie Dent of the podcast, because I struggle to articulate myself and I struggle to find that right word. So yeah, I think you just have to lead the whole episode with her.
Not true.
But today, it's New Year's for one. The New Year's has happened. Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year.
New year, new me.
New Year, new me is... It's every year, isn't it? New Year, new you, New Year, new me. I feel like every beauty brand... when I used to work in beauty, that's exactly what we used to do, actually. We'd always be, oh, what should we do this January? New Year, new you. Every January we did that. And we did like a month for social posts. It's your best year, yeah. Like, this is the cream you need and whatever. So it was pretty funny. But before we do get into the resolutions, I want to know first what our favourite ways to celebrate New Year's Eve at different chapters of our life. Because the way we celebrate New Year's this year was considerably different to how we would have celebrated as a teenager.
Yeah.
So I just want to know the two differences, really. Maybe we split it down into teenager years, our 20s, and now we're in our 30s, early 30s, might I add. So we can just sort of reasonably quick fire we'll start with teenagers. So how would you have celebrated New Year's as teenager Shelby?
See, this is a difficult one because I feel like I cannot recall a single New Year's Eve as a teenager. I'm trying to think, what would I have done? Maybe being... Like, I was never the partying type, but I probably went to a house party, but I'm talking like my parents were there, type of house party. I can remember baking a cake for the millennium, but I wasn't a teenager then. I was 8. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel... It's interesting. I think in my teen years, I don't think I'm a fair representation because I'm going to say it early. I'm not a fan of New Year's. Never have been. Never enjoyed it. I enjoy, like, I'm very fortunate that I live in a really good position. We have a balcony and we have a really good view of all the fireworks.
You do.
So that's something that I would tend to say that I enjoy and have enjoyed throughout my life is watching the fireworks from the balcony. So yeah, I guess uneventful teen years. That's what I'm going to go with, uneventful.
So how you would celebrate your New Year's Eve at teenager, and your answer is uneventful.
Yeah.
My goodness, that is depressing. Wow. But if you were to sum it into what the celebration was, would you say it would be tagging along with your parents to like a family do?
Yes.
Yeah, so you go to a family do. Everyone knows what that's like. You tag along to a family do, and it is what it is.
Get a cheeky shandy.
Get a cheeky shandy. And I think I'll stick with that in my teens as well. I mean, it will be more my younger teens because I quickly wanted to break away from my parents' grasp and just go celebrate with my friends. But I'll keep that answer for more my 20s because sort of late teens and 20s is kind of the same. But most of the teens, I would say, yeah, it was the same. It would go to a family's do. It'd be with a next door neighbour or just a family friend. And we'd be, all the parents would bring their kids and we'd go over there. And whether I should say this or not, I drank at a very early age.
Oh. What do you call early?
How old was I? I can't remember whether I was 12 or 13. Not good.
Yeah, that's late.
That's late, right? No, I mean I got hammered at this age.
Okay.
I didn't have a drink of a glass of wine. I got hammered.
Yeah.
I want to say 12. I honestly think, no, I think it's 13. Please don't allow that to be a reflection on my parents. They are lovely parents. It's just, it was a bit more loose back then. Now I wouldn't think to do that.
I was also about 13. First time I got trolleyed, so.
You got trolleyed at 13? Oh, I didn't realise you got trolleyed at 13.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
I never knew that. Yeah, so I got absolutely trolleyed. Very much embarrassed myself. We'll keep that for a different day to tell you that story. But yeah, I would say go in, joining the parents. You'd group with all the kids and you just chill with them. Even kids you maybe didn't hang out with much, but the parents hanged out with each other. You just get to know them. Sometimes have a drink with them, have a laugh. Try chat up the pretty lady in the room. Fail miserably. And then get all excited for 12 o'clock with all the parents and dance really awkwardly in like a small front room.
Well, I would say, it sounds like we've had very similar teen New Year's. I would say, like, I didn't really like hanging out with the kids at New Year. I would prefer to be by my mother's side and like with the adults. So I suppose that's a difference. Like if you were flirting with the youngins when you were a youngin. So my brother was like always popular and cool and had lots of friends and people. He's been a magnet to like people. He's got Riz, as the kids would say.
Riz! I did not know your brother had Riz.
Yeah.
I'm yet to see it. Yeah.
Because the thing is that like he's a bit sour faced, but it
no, that's not a slant to him, because if he ever does listen to this, I want you to know you're cool. No, I love him.
Yeah, all good.
I just didn't know he had Riz.
Yeah. So he's always very popular. In fact, to the point where the kids in school who were mean to me, when they realised he was my brother, they're like, "Oh, I didn't know he was your brother."
Oh, he was a bit of a hit with the ladies, was he?
Yes.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was a total opposite. Like, I was nerdy kid, and so I don't know why this turned into a therapy session, but basically at New Year's Eve parties, I would want to hang out with my brother and all the kids that wanted to hang out with him. Invariably, I was not welcome. So, I'd prefer to stay with the grown-ups where I could have a conversation and be treated nicely.
I understand that, and that very much is the rules at the playground. You are categorised, and if you don't meet the requirements of that group, you are banished.
Yeah.
It's just the sad rules of the playground. So let's move to our 20s. I don't mind answering first this time. So how would I celebrate New Year's in my 20s? That was peak drink as much as you can. My heavy drinking started around 18 and it went pretty aggressively all through my uni years. But yeah, 20s was going out in our local town and it was just hitting all the classic bars. There's a Weatherspoons there and it's just getting absolutely hammered. And it was great because when you come back from university, because everyone in your area, you don't have to call people. You just know they'll be out in that town because that's where they're all from. They're coming back to see all the family. So even though you'll go out with a set group, you'll meet another 5 groups of people. And you'll meet friends that you just never thought you would catch up with. You go, oh, dude, like, hi. You can just see them at the bar because they'll just go out for New Year's there. So I love that, just walking into it. And you end up going from a group of 6 to like a group of 20. And it's just so nice. Like, I just love that. And you're just drinking. And then you all go, basically pub crawl, the standard pubs and bars. And you just have a great time. And I've got a lot of fond memories of that.
Oh, good. You see, that sounds very nice. That sounds like, it just sounds like you having a good time, which is lovely. My 20s, again, don't really remember, which is weird. But I've never given much credence to New Year's. Yeah. But I suppose one in my 20s that stands out is when I did a year in Australia. And I watched the fireworks from a place called Pyrmont, which was the suburb I was living in. You could see Sydney Harbour Bridge from the point that I was sat. So like with some people that I'd met out there, mostly Brits and other travellers. So like being out, I suppose. But we had to sit there. Like, see, it's silly. We were sat there all day, like just drinking and eating and chatting, which was lovely. So I would say a bit more social in my 20s, but I don't remember a single other New Year's in my 20s.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I suppose we met when I was 29. So that first New Year's, did we go to Leeds the first one? Was that the first one or was it the house party? So, yeah, not sure. I don't know why I have such a bad memory for my life.
I don't think you have a bad memory for your life. I just think you have... you don't have a positive... I don't know how to put this without saying... You don't have a positive outlook on New Year's. You don't like it.
No, I don't.
So I think it's natural to not really retain that. If you don't think much of it and don't try to make it a big night, then I can't see that imprinting in your brain that much.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I do have... So there's one way that I can figure out what I've done on every New Year since I was about 18 or 19. And that's that I write myself a letter every year about what's happened and what I hope for the next year. Right.
And we'll get on to that. Because I want to know what you're willing to share about it for this year. But for my... how would you summarise that for listeners? Because we've ended up with the word uneventful again. What is that? What did it look like? Dinners with friends? Or was it just a mixture of dinners and just watching TV at home?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, it's just watching fireworks from the balcony, maybe more. Less, family activities. So I would go to house parties with my family so much.
Right, okay.
A bit more independent.
Okay. You're going to come across so miserable in this episode.
Teens, uneventful. 20s, a bit more independent.
Don't let this be a reflection of Shelby. She's really not gloom and doom in life. It's just...
I'm normally a ray of sunshine.
You are a ray of sunshine. It's literally why you have the good vibe section of the episode, because you bring good and I bring the strange and weird. Okay, 30s. 30s, I think we can answer together because we've been together the whole of our 30s.
Yeah.
30s aligns well with... I feel like my New Year's celebrations always aligned well with what I'm up for. And now my 30s, we don't not celebrate it, but it's just more, what's the word, low-key, maybe is the word? Yeah. More low-key. So where it's gone from trying to get my hands on all the booze at the family parties to getting all the booze in my 20s to now and going out, making the crazier night, getting more and more people. Now it's shall us to just go to a restaurant we like, a couple bars that we really enjoy, have some really good food, get a bit pissed, maybe check out some pubs that we've been recommended, go check them out, and then we'll come home and we'll have some champagne and watch the fireworks, something like this.
Yeah.
I feel like that blends it nicely because we still go out, we make a day of it. We have some nice drinks. We still get a bit drunk. We have some good food. I feel like that's more us now. So we are still celebrating it, but we're not going crazy 3 a.m. Let's get hammered.
Yeah.
But we're still having a bit of fun, and then we just sort of settle into bed a bit early, and we can get up the next day and enjoy it.
Yeah. Which this year I'm gonna need to, because the day after I will be going to Vietnam.
Yes. Well, it's happened, my dear.
It has. I am already there.
You're already there. You are in Vietnam right now.
I am in Vietnam.
You're on the flight, actually. We're doing this through Starlink. You're currently on the plane, and we're doing this podcast at the same time whilst I'm trailing behind you. I'm just hanging off the back of the plane to make sure that we have a good connection. And then once we finish, I fall off and I'll just land perfectly back home.
Yeah.
But so I think that gives you a bit of an understanding of us and who we are and how we sort of quite different, as you can see. Quite different. But what is interesting, I find, is that you've gone from uneventful, not having much memory, but I don't want to speak for you, but I do find you spoke quite fondly of our New Year's together, and you quite enjoyed making more of a thing of it.
Absolutely. I mean, like I say, I think our first New Year's, we went into the city and had some drinks in a whiskey rock and roll bar, which was really cool. The second one, I think, was the house party.
Yeah.
House party. The third one, we were in Dubai. Literally landed off the plane, dropped our bags, went and watched the fireworks at JBR Beach.
That was an epic one. That's not something we would do every year. Just it worked out well, and that was epic. Yeah.
And then last year, like you say, it was more like the local bars and
pubs we'd not been to.
Yeah. So I think it's been really cool. And this year we went to one of our favourite restaurants in one of our favourite areas of Sheffield. So
yeah, big up Sheffield.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. So now I think it's good to talk about resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
So let's quickly touch on our New Year's resolution from last year. And you can go back to that episode. It was actually episode 28 early in the podcast. And it's called Ep 28, 2025 Resolutions, Travel Plans and Surviving Christmas Stress, which is very true. But that episode will tell you actually what our resolution was in a bit more detail of how we're feeling that year. What was your resolution last year?
I have no clue.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. What was yours?
I remember mine. Mine was to talk to people more. So what does that mean? So how do I articulate this? I'll be honest. I love to be around the people I know, but I find it a bit intimidating to socialize with strangers in public settings. You know, maybe on a train, on a plane, in a queue, in any situation where you're maybe just waiting for a long time or you just, whatever. And I just wanted to make more, talk to more strangers, basically, rather than just sort of siloing myself in those situations, which to be honest, I find more comfortable. And would I say I achieved it? I would say about 35%.
No,
Really?
babe, you've done so well. You talk to people all the time while we've been travelling.
Oh, I don't.
You do. You absolutely do. Like, I mean, look at, like, we were in that whiskey bar in Shanghai. We were talking to that guy for ages. Like, I think that you've really made a lot of connections with people while we've been travelling. And you've been really, like, I think that you've achieved that goal. I think that you've really talked to a lot more people that you wouldn't normally have those conversations with.
Maybe so then. Well, maybe we knock it up to 45%.
Disagree.
Well, that's good to hear because I really didn't think. I think for the first half I was achieving it quite well, and then for the second half I just sort of went back to my sort of comfortability, which is like, don't talk or look at me, please. And it's not an angry thing. It's just like, I'm just going to keep in my zone, you keep in your zone, and it won't be awkward, please. Like, it won't be awkward. But yeah, I've tried. I know we had that nice interaction with that guy on the Pakistani guy and on the plane.
Yeah.
We spoke basically to him for the whole flight, and we spoke to other people like Kooky, which are all Kooky, but the one going for Thailand for New Year's.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'd agree. I think I've done it more, which I guess is a positive.
Absolutely.
So I've done it more. So yeah, I have I guess, somewhat achieved that. So I'm happy that I've improved that aspect of my life. I still find it difficult, but I think it's something I'll continue to improve upon.
Mm. Well, I think anything like that with personal development, there's always, it's ongoing, isn't it? I suppose, like, you can have smashed it and knocked it out of the park all year, but it's an ongoing thing.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So well done.
Yeah, I guess there's no completed date with that particular one.
No, exactly.
It's no completed date.
It's not a smart target.
It's not smart. No, it's not. It's ongoing. So, can you remember now what your resolution was?
What I think it likely was, that I'm going to go with, is to get a remote job, because this time last year I didn't have
Wow.
a proper remote. Sorry, that's not fair. I was teaching English as a foreign language online, but it wasn't a significant income source.
Yes.
Put it like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a stable or a like.
Yeah, it just wasn't as
lucrative.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure my goal would have been to lock down a remote role, and I've 100% done that.
You've nailed it, and you worked bloody hard. I mean, you literally searched and did everything you possibly could for up to like 2 years to find that.
Yeah.
You figured it out and tried different things, and you literally have found the perfect role for you. It's not just remote, but it ticks all the other boxes.
Yeah, it's something I'm really passionate about, and I'm extremely happy. Love the team, love the company, everything. So, yeah, I would say 100% goal achieved.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Excellent work. And for this year, New Year's resolutions, I'll be honest, I haven't thought of one yet. And I was trying to think before the episode, but I don't want to just put it out there just for the sake of trying to put some content in here. So I'm going to come back to you on that. I'm going to think about it, what my resolution is. I do enjoy doing a resolution, because what I think is so important about a resolution is just setting one. It's just having one. I mean, John Cena, a wrestling quote, John Cena said this recently, he said, just focus on one hill to climb at any time. Just focus on one hill and just get up that hill.
Yeah.
And I think that is lost in today's world. I think we get obsessed with climbing multiple hills and getting excited by trying to catch up with our friends, do that hill, do that hill. And then by the end of the year, out of the 5, 3 weren't achieved and 2 were somewhat achieved. Whereas if you just do one and you smash it, well, then you're at a high level in that. And that brings a lot more value to your life, is smashing one than just being somewhat in some.
Yeah.
It brings so much more life. I mean, that's true for a career. You want to be a high level in a particular area. So I'm going to think about that. What about you? Have you had any thoughts?
Yes. So I recently joined the gym, and this is because obviously we're going to be travelling for most of next year again. So some might say that the next year.
The next year of our travel, yes.
Yeah. So some might say, it's a bit of a wasted expenditure, but so far I've used it a lot.
You've done incredibly.
Thank you. I'm going later today from Vietnam.
Exciting. From Vietnam.
But yeah, I think to maintain that momentum that I have right now, which I think is a good resolution, because it's not something that I'm saying this like abstract, distant, I haven't even started working towards it yet goal. I think to maintain the momentum that I currently have and keep a regular exercise routine, to make that my normal, that's my resolution, to have a regular, because you are excellent at that. Scott will be late to the airport because of his exercise routine. He's that committed to it. So yeah, it's really impressive, the level of dedication that you have to your fitness and well-being, and I hope to emulate that this year.
Well, I think that's a very noble goal, and that's the first time I'm hearing it, so well done. And I'm very proud of you to be confident enough to put that forward, because it is a big goal and it's a very hard one, and it's one that the majority of the world struggle with. Well, everyone struggles with at some point. So yeah, I really admire that.
Thank you.
And you've done amazing this last month.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I've been
You've been on it.
Quite committed to
like a car bonnet.
On it like a car bonnet.
You have been. Yeah. So exciting to come back to these in a year's time.
Yes. Let's try and remember.
Let's try and remember this time, yeah. And again, if you want to hear last year's, then just go to our last year's episode 28, 2025 resolutions, travel plans, and surviving Christmas stress. That episode covers everything from last year.
I'm actually going to go back and listen to that because I think it'll be really interesting to hear it a year on.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it is now time for Scott's WTF of the week. Every week the world gets a little weirder. Let's talk about the strangest thing that went down this week. A raccoon nicknamed the Trashed Panda. Have you seen this in the news?
No.
So this is a real thing. So he's gone viral, this raccoon. And what's happened is he's basically, you might not be totally in love with this story, but he went viral after being found drunk in a bathroom by animal shelter workers.
Wow.
So the shelter shared photos and the wild raccoon's confused expression online, and the story quickly captured people's attentions. And yeah, apparently it was intoxicated from consuming fermented fruit.
Oh, no way.
So it wasn't that it got into their whiskey cabinet. It's because it ate fermented fruit before being discovered, and it was absolutely. There's a video of it, just looks hammered. It's like falling into bins and stuff. It's quite funny actually, but it's interesting because it's actually driven people to actually send donations. They've actually raised over $180,000 for the shelter and the care programs.
Aw, that's brilliant.
So I find that interesting how that video just suddenly drove that amount of donation. But I guess, I don't know, people would just appreciate the funny content and gave them that drive to do it.
Yeah. Oh, little raccoon. Was it the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, they look very similar. I won't be surprised because he likes to drink. Yeah, he likes to drink. But you can watch the video if you just click on the link in the description.
What a wacky story. I look forward to watching the video.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wacky one, isn't it? And I'm just glad he's all right. And now they've got, I mean, that would be a considerable amount of funds for a single shelter.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, close to $200,000. I mean, that'll be a significant improvement. I mean, that's huge and will help. I mean, I didn't know they even homed raccoons, to be honest.
No.
I don't think they would do that in the UK. But hey, everyone needs a home.
They do. Oh, that was quite a sweet story, really.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a break from the chaos. Wait, no, it's Shelby's good vibes only.
Maybe.
Let's take a break from the chaos. Here's something to make you smile this week. Shelby's good vibes only. There was a man in Florida. I feel like every wacky story starts with Florida man.
Yeah, it's usually a US or something, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a man in Florida, in Pensacola, I think, who he ate at the same restaurant every day, like every single day, to the point where like he knew the chef. And one afternoon he didn't show up for his usual meal that he would come for. And so the chef who knew this guy, because like he's seen him literally every day, got quite worried. And so he went to the man's apartment, and at first he was just going to leave, like after he knocked, he couldn't hear a response, and suddenly he heard a faint cry for help. He went in to check on him, and he was severely dehydrated and broke 2 ribs.
Jeez.
So that was only because he was dining there every day that he was found. And the chef was like, this guy's part of the furniture. He described him as like a granddad and a best friend all in one. I think it's just a really wholesome story that, like, having your... I find that so lovely when there's a community feel, like when you have your regular customers in your restaurant who, like you say, part of the furniture, and the fact that the chef went out of his way, he just had a feeling like this isn't right. He comes every day to go and then go out of his way on his shift, even left his shift to go and check on him.
I think that's lovely, and I think, again, it seems like the 2 good vibes only segments from last 2 episodes have starting to show that there is a community out there, and maybe we're becoming a bit better in silos, but it's good. It's good to hear that he's probably saved his life there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know anything about this man and if he has family, but even if he did, like, they're not forced to have gone every day, or it's just lovely that the chef was there to keep an eye on him, make him safe.
Yeah, I think it's honourable, and my mum has ran a number of cafes, and she always had regulars. And I remember she'd be like concerned if they didn't turn up or something, and then she'd find out, oh yeah, they're ill or something, and you would recognize it.
Yeah.
You would recognize it because that was like part of their day. It's part of their routine, and it was like an important part. So yeah, it's amazing. Big up to the chef. We don't have his name, but if you click on the link again in the description, hopefully it'll share it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Again, do check out our other episode of our resolutions, episode 28, 2025 resolutions, travel plans and surviving Christmas stress. Before we all jump back into life, please can you do us a favor and punch the like button, twirl, subscribe like a baton, drop 5 stars on the podcast like a rock star, and share the episode by shouting through a megaphone in a library. It really goes a long way for us. Another adventure wrapped up.
But the journey never ends.
Keep your bags packed for the next one. And remember, when in doubt, just say, Yalla Habibi. See you next time.